Alright, so you have just pulled up the floor plans for the Abbey's location that they gave you in that text message. 4.
Yes. Okay. So I gather everyone around, and I pull up the floor plan, put it on like a computer screen or whatever I have, and I'm gonna go over the clear plan here. This is a trap. It's absolutely a trap. So we gotta go in, not expecting them to cooperate with us. So I propose we split up to attack from 2 angles. One team will distract as many people as they can. The rest of us will attempt to find the professor and free him. And then we go from there. Objections?
So we have Team Alpha and Team Beta. Wait, 2 teams or 3?
Yeah, we don't have enough people to split into 3 teams, admittedly.
Okay, so 2 teams. So one of you is gonna make a lot of noise, and then the other team has to be sneaky.
That's the plan. Do we have volunteers for these teams?
What does each team gonna do?
Well, Team 1 needs to distract the, we don't really know they're hunters yet. Team 1 needs to distract any humans in the building, while the whole Team 2 needs to find the professor and free him. Effectively.
I want to find the professor.
Okay.
How do we distract them?
Well, you make noise. I assume they want us dead. The message they've sent us is not exactly, a peaceful invitation. So I suspect that this will come to conflict quite quickly. The best distraction, admittedly, will be attacking them. Now, I can either move in with the attacking team, or I can use my enhanced sight to see through walls to find the professor faster. Neither group is really safe, because there's a good chance they're going to be guarding the professor.
I think I can make a lot of noise and distract all the people in there.
It'll have to work. Forsaken, do you prefer... I presume you want vengeance still.
I do. I'll go with the distraction team.
Affirmative. Well, they haven't given us a time frame, so we can either wait, or we can go as soon as we can.
The message did state 24 hours. Yes.
I don't recall that. Okay, ignore me. Well, last time I was given a 24-hour time frame. It was not exactly 24 hours. So I propose we move out as soon as we're ready. It'll be a bit of a drive.
So now?
Unless there's any final things you want to do, and I advise you figure out what you're doing with Kira first.
Oh, well, Kira, I'm just gonna tell her she needs to stay back, unless, you weren't planning on taking her, right?
Not sure what advantage she would provide.
Hmm. She has her mind powers, but I don't think she knows how to use those yet.
Yes, unfortunately, there is no time to train her on them.
I don't I don't think we could train her anyway. I don't know how to use mind powers. At least not like that. That'd be cool though.
It would be science. It would take time, perhaps.
I'll just tell her to sit back then. 'Cause if she doesn't know how to use her mind powers yet, she might just be in the way.
Very well. Then no special precautions will be taken. If there's no other things to do, we leave in 10 minutes. I'm going to go repack bags.
I'm gonna go gather weapons.
I'll start the car.
Oh. Craig, what should I take? What should me and Banba take? We're Team Sneaky, so I don't know what.
Well, for sneaky, you're not supposed to make noise, right? So
So no squeaky shoes. God.
no squeaky shoes, no light up shoes.
What if we end up needing to fight?
I don't know. You're not a big guy like me that can do the big fighting, and you don't do the big guns like Thor. I don't know.
Hmm.
What if you just tried to stay out the fight and just get the professor out, and then we do all the other fighting?
That's true. Yeah, because the only fighting I did was I tried sticking a pencil on that guy, but that didn't work. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and just talk to Kira right now and try to see what me and Banba need to do to get ready.
Okay, yeah, because you're not supposed to bring kids to like the fights. They're not supposed to be doing that kind of stuff.
No, she's too little for that. And this is adult stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. And with that, Aoife goes to get Kira and probably settle her in Aoife's room.
Kira is still hiding behind the chair that Aoife told her to stay next to.
Yeah, well, I go grab her.
She looks up at you and she goes, "So what's going on?"
Well, and I head over to the bedroom. So we're gonna go. So we have our dad, and he's a bit in trouble right now. So we're all gonna go help him out right now.
She looks up at you and she goes, "Okay, I'm ready to go with you."
Normally I would take you, but this time, remember when we went to that jail office room thing?
She nods.
Wasn't too long ago. Well, it's kind of like that. It's a really, really bad place where they have our dad. And it would be better, if we just stay here. You wouldn't want to be in a boring room like that, right?
She kind of shakes her head, but I want to be with you.
I know I want to be with you too, but I don't even really want to go either. I don't want to be in a boring room like that with mean people, but I gotta do it for our dad. And he's really nice. You're gonna meet him soon, and I don't think he would want you to meet him in a boring room like that either. When you guys meet, it should be in a fun room like right here. And it's not gonna be too long. We're just gonna be gone for maybe a couple of hours.
She kind of looks up and she goes, "What if I get hungry?"
Oh, well, we still have some of those chips and stuff from the last time. and maybe we'll swing by and get like a pizza or something before we come back. So we'll get our dad and we'll get pizza.
She nods excitedly. Okay, so you just want me to wait here?
Yeah. So just wait here, and
Can I watch TV?
yeah, TV, and we have books with pictures too, and we have one of those really old phones. I think they're called landlines. And if we don't come back by tomorrow when the sun's out, you probably will have to call. Okay?
Call who?
Well, remember last time you called 911, or I called 911 because we were in trouble?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if just in case if, we get lost again or something happens, if we don't come back by tomorrow morning, that's when you call that number and just let them know that maybe we're lost.
Okay. She kind of nods and sits on your bed.
But I'm sure we won't get lost. We won't get lost. I give her a bear hug and just grab a few of my things, my satchel, and I head downstairs.
As you make it downstairs, everybody else has collected the firearms necessary or whatever they were grabbing. You can vaguely hear the sound of the car running in the garage, so you know Craig's got the car going. If there's nothing else, do you guys want to go ahead and head out?
Well, time to go. Game time started.
Aoife just kind of sighs and looks around. I think she is kind of, after seeing Banba die, I think it's slowly sinking in her own mortality. So, yeah, she just kind of sighs and meets up with the group. Alright, guys, I'm ready. I told Kira to stay in the room.
Well, let's do this.
Okay, here we go.
Everybody piles into the car, Craig, and you take off. The drive to the address is not necessarily the shortest. It does take you roughly 4 to 6 hours to get there. It is a long drive. It's complicated by the fact that the road that allows you to get closest to the house is not generally accessible to the public. So it was a little bit hard to find where to turn off to get onto this road, but you're able to find it. However, the road doesn't go all the way up to the house. There is a gravel path that you could take that looks like it might lead its way to the garage, but because of the tree line, you're not 100% sure. You can't really tell if that's where it leads. So where the pink line is the road that you've taken. You are roughly about here, where you can see the dirt path that leads through the trees. Do you want to leave the car here, or do you want to take it up the dirt path?
Do you guys think they have a parking spot?
Even if they do, I propose we close the rest of the distance on foot. If we're lucky, they're not watching the road, and we can sneak up closer before they become aware of us.
Oh, right, 'cause we're trying to be sneaky, Craig. So, cars aren't sneaky.
No, they're loud. They got the motor, the horn. If I push this button, but I'm not push this button because we're being sneaky.
Exactly.
I was thinking we could drop the quiet ones off here, and then the distraction team take the car around to the other side and make a lot of noise.
We could do that. It'll take us a moment to get in position, because we can't walk quite as fast as the vehicle.
And then how will we know when you guys are ready?
Just give us a minute.
Send us a text message.
Oh yeah.
Wait a minute, we have technology.
Okay. So then I'll text you once we get on the other side. Then. Wait, on the other side of the building, or?
We'll get as close as we can without being seen.
Okay.
Infiltration team. Let's move.
So, as you, Aoife, and Banba exit the car, can I get a perception check from you guys?
Oh, they've got like a drone or something.
Cameras in the trees, man.
Pigeons.
And I probably should have actually burned my inspired condition, because I'm never going to use it again. Oh well.
4, unfortunately, your own genius knows no bounds. As you kind of begin to look around, you look up and you do see what appears to be a drone hovering around the area.
Well, they've spotted us. Do we go loud?
I'm assuming you're still at the car door when you say that, with it open?
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, they found us?
I don't see anyone.
They are. Look up. They have an unmanned drone, presumably with a camera, watching us. I suspected it wouldn't be quite as easy. Very well. We can either continue forwards with them watching us, or we can take it out and let them know we're coming with hostile intent. Well, admittedly, we're all armed, so they probably already know we have hostile intent.
Oh, what do you think we should do?
Well, if nobody has a plan, I'm going to start aiming at the drone.
Alright. The drone's not going to do anything evasive at this time. It is still just kind of hovering. You can tell it is turning as if to try and get like a 365-degree view of the area.
Yeah, shoot it.
Okay, well then I'm gonna shoot it. Do I have my full aim bonus?
If you wish to take it, yes.
I shall take it. Okay, so let me... Alright, single shot. I don't need auto fire.
That is a total of 7 damage. This single bullet finds its way directly through the rotary at the top that allowed the blades to spin. It quickly decouples itself as the bullet passes through it, and the drone drops out of the air as the propellers slowly start to make their way down as they lose their velocity.
Well, they know we're coming from this angle. Aoife, how fast can you run?
I don't know. I never timed myself.
Well, okay, whatever. You might be slightly behind me. That's fine. Craig, Forsaken, might as well get this started early, because they know we're coming. I'll move down as quick as I can. Aoife will follow behind, as well as Banba.
Oh, okay. So we're taking the car down there still?
If you want to take your car, otherwise you can move in on foot with us. Up to you. They might shoot your car again.
I don't want them to shoot my car again.
Then perhaps we should all move in on foot.
Okay. Okay. Park the car side of the road and then get out. Move on foot.
As everybody approaches via foot, the path is not very easy going down the hill through the trees. It takes you roughly about another 30 minutes to an hour before you reach the clearing near what almost appears to be a castle. It has very white painted stone walls. Outside of that, you don't see any, for lack of a better word here, defensive measures other than thick stone walls.
Are we, like, up at the building?
You're right where the tree line ends. So there's a few yards in between you and the building at this time.
Alright, well, I am going to charge Piercing Sight, and we're gonna see what we can see. So let me subtract the Pyros.
If we charge Pyros, it'll last for how long?
A scene. So I presume this is gonna be all a scene. But, I don't know.
Just wondering whether I should pre-charge mine or not. I'll wait till I get closer.
Okay, so I have 70 yards of sight through solid matter. That's a lot of yards.
Yes. You're able to make out what seem to be 6 people standing and 1 person laying down in the basement.
That's the only people in the building, or they're in the basement?
No, there's 1 laying down in the basement. The other 6 seem to be discussing amongst themselves in a room of the place.
Is this room...
It's on the first floor.
Okay, which room? Because presumably I've seen the floor plan. I mean, I know I've seen it.
It's because you're looking through walls, it's kind of hard to tell where their exact placement is.
Okay, what side of the building?
It would be your guys's, as you're looking at the building, it would be your guys's right.
And we're looking at it from, like, the porch, or are we looking at it from the garage?
From the porch.
Okay.
There we go. I marked it on the map for you.
Okay, well, I'm going to gesture to that side of the building and say, that's where our foes are. There is 1 person in the basement. And is it the professor? I mean...
How much detail does it let you see, or does it just let you see that there are people? That's the question.
Like Firesight, this transmutation involves shifting the eyes of the Promethean to visualize spectra humans cannot perceive unaided. In this case, the shifting of ultraviolet and X-ray light. All bonuses for cover that our targets receive are reduced by her Azoth, while impediments to her vision, such as fog or rain, are completely ignored. Allowing her to scrutinize objects and make further rolls to find hidden objects. Okay, hold on. Each success on the roll grants the Promethean 10 yards of sight through solid matter, allowing her to scrutinize objects and make further rolls to find hidden objects. She enjoys bonus on such rolls equal to her Azoth. And because I rolled 7, it's an exceptional success, which also gives me... I enjoy I negate concealment and cover penalties. I enjoy a 2-die bonus to my attacks, and I instinctively target the weak points of our opponents.
Interesting.
So I don't think it gives me better sight. I mean, I get a bonus to find hidden things.
So, in other words, I would say you can just tell there are people. You're not able to tell who's who, though.
Okay. Well, I doubt they're having a friendly conversation with the professor. And unless they moved him, I presume he's in the basement. I relay this information. I suggest that distraction team goes to the our left side of the building to try to draw them away from the basement, because I see the stairs to get into the basement.
Yes, that much is true.
So they don't appear to directly see us. That or they're just waiting for us after they saw us on the drone. I leave the entrance of the distraction team up to you. The rest of us will get in position on the right side of the building once you draw their attention. Good luck, Craig and Forsaken.
Okay, so we're gonna go on that side. Okay, we'll go over there then.
As the group begins to split up, you can see that it looks like their conversation's coming to an end, and it looks like 3 of them begin to head upstairs while the other 3 seem to be almost following your footsteps and seems like they're heading downstairs.
Okay. I quickly send a text message to both Craig and Forsaken saying 3 going upstairs, 3 going to the basement. And I guess we form up on like a a wall near a door or window. Yeah, I guess the door near the garden.
Okay.
We kind of just wait there until I start hearing noise.
All right. So you guys are waiting around the garden door entrance, essentially. This garden is actually relatively well kept. It's got beautiful flowers. It's got one of those latticework archways that has the ivy growing all over it. It's very, very pretty.
Ooh, flowers.
But as you guys wait, let's go ahead and go to Forsaken and Craig.
Okay, so we're going from this other side. Are there any windows we can go in or anything like that?
As you make your way around the corner, there are a couple of windows in the very first room. One of them is very close to the corner where you guys kind of came around. And as you look down the side of the building, you can see a couple of other windows that might be useful, but they're a bit further away from you. They're towards the front of the house.
Forsaken, which one should we go in?
I say we go in the nearest. Start making a noise.
Okay, I'm good at making noise. So, Craig's gonna look in the window, see if he sees anyone before he jumps in.
No, there is nobody in this room. As you kind of look in through the window, you can see it looks like what is supposed to be a very, very decadent. And when I mean decadent, I mean the curtains on this window that are pulled so you can still look inside the room. They're probably worth more than the entirety of the manor by themselves. But this is definitely a bedroom of some sort.
Oh, okay. This place looks fancy. I almost feel bad.
I don't. Let's break stuff.
Okay. Craig is gonna spend 3 pyros just to charge his arc, and then he's gonna jump in through the window, I guess.
I'm going to charge 1 point of pyros into radiation, activate the first stone, and then I'm going to follow Craig.
All right. For and Aoife, could you give me a perception check to hear the crashing of glass on the other side of the building?
Presumably, I see them jump through the window, right?
Well, that too. Okay. Aoife, give me a perception check then. How about that?
Yeah, because I was looking at flowers.
You can hear the glass shatter.
And I look over.
Let's give them a few moments to draw their attention before we breach.
So are we gonna break through a window too?
We're gonna want to enter stealthfully. The door next to the garden, does it look like it can be like stealthily opened, like lockpicked or something, or are we breaking through?
It has a standard keyhole lock in the doorknob, so it could be unlocked via lockpicks or key bumped even. You're not entirely sure. If you want more information on that, I would want a wits plus larceny check.
I'm gonna motion for Aoife to see if she can get the door open, because otherwise I'm just gonna break it open.
I've seen some episodes of Law and Order. They tried opening it with a credit card. I have like a card thing. Maybe I could try to open it like they did on TV. And she's gonna try to kind of slide her card where you guys know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Give me wits plus larceny. You're able to slide the card behind the locking mechanism and help pry the lock open. The garden entrance door opens up into what looks to be a garage. As you kind of look about the garage, it is very immaculately kept. And sitting inside the garage are 3 cars of various makes and models. Unfortunately, you're not a car person, so you're not sure what they are. But 2 of them look to be relatively new, while one looks like a car that you may have seen in like some old-timey film where you have to wind it up.
Whoa, Craig would have loved these. I kind of look around a little bit more.
Outside of those 3 cars, there's a few shelves with what seems to be stuff you've seen in your garage, oil cans, wrenches, tools, and the like.
I kind of slink outward and look at 4. It looks like a normal garage with cars, fancy old cars, I think, and a bunch of tools. Just a garage, kind of like ours.
As you continue to look on the opposite end from where you're looking, towards where the house is, not the right-hand side, but the left-hand side as you look in, on the back wall, you can see a door that seems that it would lead into the house.
Okay. Using wall hack vision, what's the status of the people inside? Like, have the people going to the basement turned around, or?
No, they've taken up positions inside the basement.
Okay. Does it look like the other 3 have reacted to?
The other 3 seem to be standing at what looks to be like a railing. So it looks like they might be overlooking the first floor.
Right. I quietly, I don't want to make too much noise. I quietly whisper to my team here, to Aoife and Banba, to hold for now. And we'll wait to see what they do.
Okay.
As you guys hold, let's go ahead and go back to Forsaken and Craig as you've entered this decadent bedroom.
This is really fancy in here. Wait, we don't need to be quiet. We're supposed to be loud. I wonder how much this stuff costs in here.
I hope it costs a lot, because they're going to have to replace all of it. And then I'm going to start basically rampaging. Breaking as many things as I can. Demolishing as many things as I can get my hands on.
Are you also going to ruin the lovely carpet in any sort of way?
No, I'm mostly just going to be breaking furniture, trying to make a lot of noise, trying to draw a response from the security team.
Is the door open?
No, the door to the room is shut.
I wanna stand to the side of the door and open it and look outside.
Which door? As there are 2 doors in this room. One is closer to where you entered, while one is in the corner on the left-hand side. Both of the doors are on the left. It's just one is much closer to you than the other.
The closer one.
That one opens right up, and it opens up into a absolutely massive bathroom. Like, the size of this bathroom is the size of your room in the manor, Craig.
Wow, this place is huge. What's in the medicine cabinet?
You actually going through the medicine cabinet?
Not really. He's flinging things open and then they're scattering on the floor.
Okay. There's actually not too much in the medicine cabinet for you to throw around. So that only takes maybe 2.5 seconds for you to toss everything out of.
Oh, I know what I'll do. Craig is going to try and rip the sink out of the wall and then throw it through the other door that he hadn't opened yet.
All right, give me a strength plus... no, just give me a strength check.
Okay, so just strength. No successes.
Oddly enough, this sink seems to be embedded deep into the wall. Even at how strong you are, Craig, you can't seem to dislodge it from its location.
God, what is this sink made of? Well then, in that case, the toilet is probably just as hard to take out. Craig is gonna instead stomp over to the other door and kick it open.
Strength plus brawl?
Strength and brawl. Oh wow, 7 successes.
The door doesn't stand a chance and crumples beneath your boot. As you do you stick your head out, or do you just watch the door fly and hit the opposite wall in front of it?
Watch it fly, hoping somebody was standing on the other side.
As it clatters to the floor, unfortunately, it doesn't seem like anybody was on the other side.
Oh. Is there anybody I can see just standing here in the entrance?
No. You do hear a voice going that says, "Making an awful lot of ruckus down there, aren't you?"
What's a ruckus?
You don't hear a response to your comment.
Is it anything like a rumpus?
It's a rumpus.
Oh no.
But anyways, we're here to get the professor out. Please give him back to us.
Why don't you come out first? See what we're dealing with here.
Alright, I'm gonna charge another Azoth into irradiation.
Alright, so that's your second point of Pyros into it.
Yep. That
Okay.
activates the hand that feeds. I can make things blow up if I want to. Like, not like a nuclear bomb, but I can make handguns blow up in someone's hand.
Alright. Are you actually doing that, or are you just charging it?
I'm charging it to get it ready.
Craig is gonna spend another 3 pyros to charge up, I don't know how to pronounce that, Cherites? For the final one, Rarefied Grace. So that's 1, 2, 3. And he's gonna look out the door.
As you look out the door, you see that it turns very quickly to your right. And as you look out into that room, it looks to be a living room of some sort. As you kind of look out, you're able to catch a glimpse of the second floor staircase, just a little bit of it though. And on the second floor, you can see where it has kind of like a balcony type design to overlook the living room of sorts that you can see. And you see 3 men standing and leaning against the banister looking in your direction. These men are... 2 of them are dressed in what seem to be head-to-toe body armor. You've seen in like police videos, SWAT team members in riot gear. That's essentially what they're wearing. While the other man seems to be wearing a very expensive suit, but the suit does seem a little bulkier than usual. Like you've seen, especially dealing with these people, you've seen expensive suits before. This one looks a little bulkier than what the others look like. The two men in the body armor have rifles slung over their shoulders, not at the ready, but slung over their shoulders, you know, while the other man is holding a shotgun over his left shoulder.
Do they have any other hidden weapons?
Is for your ability, is that just firearms or is it also melee weapons?
It says weapon awareness.
So all weapons. The guy in the tailored suit has a knife on him. You're not really able to tell what kind of knife it's. All you can tell is that it is a knife, and the others seem to have batons on them.
All right, so melee weapons. Got it.
The guy in the fancy suit, does he look familiar? Is he like the guy from the TV or no?
Yes, he is the guy from the TV.
Hey, you're the guy from the TV.
Oh, we got a sharp stick in the shed, eh?
That's all you have in the shed is just a sharp stick? That must be a very expensive sharp stick if all this other stuff is so expensive.
You can hear the two other guys snicker as you say that.
But anyways, I don't really care about your sharp stick right now. But I want to get the professor out of here. You said you had him.
I do have him. I count. Okay, so I only see one of you. Where are your friends at?
Right now, I don't know where they are right now. But I'm here right now, so I'm here to get the professor out.
I believe I also stated that I needed the little girl for that to go down.
Craig kind of looks up, thinking, trying to remember. Did he say that? I don't remember. But what if I take the professor and then we come back with the girl?
How would I have any assurance that you would come back? He kind of leans further over on the banister, adjusting himself so he's leaning on one arm while the other arm keeps the shotgun over his shoulder.
That's a good question because I don't know you and you don't really know me. But why do you even want the little girl anyway? She's just a little girl and she doesn't belong in cage where we found her.
She belongs where every monster belongs. Just we need to make sure that our testing doesn't get out to other organizations.
Testing? Like for school? She was already in school. That's where they do the tests, right?
He kind of shakes his head and just goes, Actually, hold up. I just had a moment thought. Could you read me weapon awareness one more time? The exact words. Forsaken.
Yeah, let me bring it up.
Yeah, because I need the exact words, because I just thought of something that you may have noticed. While we wait for that, though, Malcolm seems to sigh. He goes, we were conducting testing on how to improve ourselves. We created something we didn't really mean to create. We hadn't gotten around to putting it down yet. So we want to rectify that mistake.
But if you want to make yourselves better, then why don't you just do the test on yourself and leave the little girl out of it?
Why would we want to harm ourselves?
Is improving yourselves hurting yourselves?
Testing that type of stuff can.
Then why would you want to test it if it hurts?
He sighs and he goes, I bore of this topic. Where are your brothers and sisters, and where is the child? Otherwise, I have no other reason to speak to you.
Well, I already said I don't know where others are. There's me here now. The girl, she's somewhere safe. I don't. Where did she go? Aoife said she was somewhere safe. So somewhere safe, and I'm here.
Yeah, he goes, that's unfortunate for you, as the two guys on the banister level their rifles at you.
Hey, you don't have to point your guns yet. We're talking right now, right? But there are little sparks on Craig's hands at the moment.
You have just finished listening to this week's chapter of Promethean the Created, 2nd edition, Fading of the Spark, part of the Domain Gaming's Contagion Anthology, written and told by Wyverian. A special thanks to you, the listener. If you wish to continue supporting us, subscribe, like, and share. And as always, comments are welcomed. Until the next chapter, don't stop asking yourself, what does it really mean to be human?